Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. Also make sure you turn off the dishwasher's water supply underneath the sink. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the Whirlpool Dishwasher Inlet Assembly. It's going to be a very easy repair and should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the new inlet assembly. The water goes through the inlet assembly to get into the dishwasher tub. The main reason to be changing it is if it's damaged, you're getting water leaking on the floor. In order to get to the part, we have to pull the dishwasher out of the cabinets. First thing we're going to do is go underneath the sink and disconnect the lines. Now that we're underneath the cabinets, you want to make sure that the dishwasher is still unplugged, and you may want to throw a towel down. When we take off the fill line in the drain hose, there's going to be some water that comes out. First, we're going to disconnect the fill line. It's connected right here to the hot water valve. You want to make sure the water valve is off, and then we're going to use our 5/8" wrench to loosen up the hose. Once you have it broke free, you can just reach in and unscrew it by hand. Once you have it off, you can just set it down, and then we can take off the drain hose. To take the drain hose off, you just want to follow it up to wherever it goes. It may go to the garbage disposal. Ours goes up to the air gap. Once you locate the end of it, we're going to take a 5/16" nut driver and loosen up the clamp. Once you have the clamp loose, you can pull it free and set it down. Now that we have the lines disconnected, we're going to open up the dishwasher door and take the lower rack out. To get the rack out, all you have to do is pull it out and lift it off the door. Once you have it out, you can set it aside. Now that we have the lower dish rack out of the way, we can reach in and take the nut off the inlet assembly. It's on the left-hand side. We're going to use large pliers to reach in and carefully take the nut off. You just want to be careful. You don't want to damage the nut when you're taking it off. It comes off counterclockwise. Once you get it loose, you just unscrew it by hand and pull the nut out of the dishwasher. Now that we have the nut off, we can use a Phillips screwdriver to take out the screws that hold the dishwasher to the countertop. Now that we have the screws out, we can carefully lift up the door, and we're going to use it to pull the dishwasher out a little bit. Once you have it out, you can close the door and use the frame to pull it out the rest of the way. We're not going to pull it out all the way. We're just going to pull it out far enough so we can get to the inlet assembly. To get to the inlet assembly, we're going to pull the insulation back, and then we're going to throw a towel down to catch any water that may come out. Since we took the nut off from the inside, all we have to do is carefully pull on the inlet assembly to get it to release from the drain hose. We can unhook the fill hose and take off the clamp. We're just going to use pliers to move it up the hose so we can pull the hose off the inlet assembly. Once you have it separated, you can pull the inlet assembly out, and if your gasket fell off, you want to make sure you pull that out too. Here's the old inlet assembly next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. Before you put the new inlet assembly on, we have to put the gasket on it. It's not included with the inlet, so if yours is old or damaged, you may need to replace it. Ours looked okay, so we're just going to put it back on there. Once you have it on, we're going to hook up the inlet hose. Just have to press it onto the fitting. Then we can grab our pliers and move the clamp up so we get a good seal. Once you have the clamp moved up so you get a good seal, we have to turn the inlet over so we can mount the lines. We're going to spin the inlet line over and hook it into its clamp. And then we're going to set it onto the drain line and hook it into its clamps. And you want to make sure that the drain line up top stays in place. We're going to fit the threads through the hole in the side of the tub. And we should be able to just set it there, and then we can go inside later and put the nut on. Once you have it in place, you can put the insulation back in place, pull the towel out, and then we can push the dishwasher in. Once you have the dishwasher pushed in all the way, we can open up the door and put the nut on the inlet assembly. To put the nut on, we're just going to line it up with the inlet and get the thread started. We're going to turn it clockwise by hand to tighten it down, and then snug it up with the big pliers. Once you have the nut tightened down, we can put the lower dish rack back in. To put the lower dish rack back in, all you have to do is set it on the door and push it all the way back in. Once you have it in, we can use the Phillips screwdriver to put in the screws that hold the dishwasher to the countertop. Once you have the screws tightened down, we can close the dishwasher door, and then we can go underneath the sink and reconnect the lines. Now we can reconnect the drain hose to the air gap. Once you have it pushed up into place, we're going to use our 5/16 inch nut driver to tighten down the clamp. Once you have the drain line hooked up, we can hook up the water line. All you have to do is get it started by hand. Once you have it snug, we can reach in with our 5/8 inch wrench to tighten it down so it doesn't leak. Once you have everything reconnected underneath the sink, you can close the cabinets, plug the dishwasher back in, turn the water back on, and take it for a spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.